What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Box Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. We back. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to the YTBC. And shout out to Ashley's Corner, who's doing it big. Go give her a shout out. Show her some love. Subscribe. Shout out to Trap House Boxing, the homie JB. Give him some love. Moni Brown TV. Especially give him some love. His Errol Spence versus 40-year-old Floyd Mayweather got me thinking. And definitely was the inspiration to this video real quick. And, we here, and don't forget, we are taking donations because we got the channel radio show coming in the spring, shirts given out, and I'm gonna be traveling, trying to get some good fight coverage while I can. So every dime counts. I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, so, see what you like, see if subscribe. I'm the most active channel out there, man. Sports, talk more than boxing and real life situations. Want to join the Facebook page? All those links is in the description. The new channel. You want to learn how to get rid of, your cable or cut your cable costs, get rid of Netflix, shoot over to the tech channel, and that's what we're doing. But, Floyd Mayweather, 40 years old, how does he stack up with some of the youngest rising stars right now in the sport of boxing, from 47 to 154 pounds, welterweight to junior middleweight to be exact. And, some people just think that he's the ageless wonder like Bernard Hopkins, but remember Bernard took some L's on the way up as well when he was older. But, young, a lot of young fighters, which a lot of people said Floyd avoided, but it was all about revenue. And, the Hispanics, brought a lot of money in. Obviously, they had a lot of fan bases, but that was always his excuse hiding behind that. Remember, Devin Alexander called him that out years ago on that. But, we can cross out some guys who ain't beating him right now. I'll tell you, Danny Garcia is tailor-made for him. But I do think a guy like Sean Porter, and Hurd present some issues with this. They come forward physically strong type style. Swarmers always bother the boxer. We all know that, because the boxer is a little bit harder to establish distance and rhythm when a swarmer, especially that comes out, hot and ready like Little Caesars, and comes out, steaming. Those are real difficult to deal with. So, those two, Hurd and Porter, presents those challenges as well. I just think Floyd will find a way to win. Keith Thurman presents an excellent challenge for Floyd, but he's a guy who telegraphs his punches. He loads up. Basically, when I say telegraph, he kind of tips you off. Something like good batter can tell on the pitcher. He tips you off and tells you when he's throwing. He loads up. And if you watch Keith Thurman punches, people say, oh, his hand's fast, but he loads up. And he gives you opportunities to counter him and get defensively prepared in which way he moves. And he kind of throws a rhythmic combination as well. So he's difficult. His movement might give Floyd some issues at this point, but he really does loads up, and it'll probably be counter city for Floyd if he's able. Now, if it's the Floyd that fought Conor McGregor, I believe all these guys might have a good chance at beating him. But I didn't think he took Conor McGregor serious, and I believe he carried him. And that's my opinion on that. But I think Keith would present a good challenge, and I'll rank him off at the end. Earl, with that bruising style, presents a mountainous challenge. He's young. He could take a shot. He's punching. He don't punch quite as hard as Madonna, in my opinion, but he's a different type of puncher. He can beat Floyd body up, and they had tough sparring. And sparring is sparring. Everybody don't perform under the lights. In the sparring lights, under the arena lights as well. But I think Earl presented a challenge. Crawford may present one of the top 3 challenges, in my opinion, just because he's physically big and athletic at this point, and he's able to make those adjustments. I think he's the only guy on this list, other than Lara, that can make those adjustments, and round by round, and kind of match IQs with Floyd a little bit better than the rest of those guys. I mean, you look at Danny Garcia, no shot. He's too slow. He just had no shot. I mean, Floyd probably can beat him at 50, in my opinion. It's just styles make fights. Erislandy Lara will present a challenge as well. That will be a fight that will be, high IQ. They both good defensive fighter, but I think Floyd is just a better defensive fighter. But Erislandy Lara will have a little bit more power, youth on the side, size. Obviously, that'll be a tough fight for Floyd as well. Jamel Charlo may present some of the toughest fights because he's able to box, move, and come forward. Him and Crawford may be the two of the versatile guys in here and two of the smartest guys, on this list as well. So, I'm not saying that Floyd couldn't, run the table and beat most of these guys, but at 40 years old, do you expect him to be, at his peak? Even if he loses, people still going to be acting like these guys beat, prime Floyd Mayweather, which is really hard to point out where's Floyd Mayweather's prime, in my opinion. He's been good for so long, but some guys have a physical, nice size advantage on them, but we're going to round them off. I think Jermell Charlo and Crawford is 1A1. I think I just get Charlo the edge because he's physically bigger. Not nothing against skill level, just physically bigger, the weight class. I think Charlo is the toughest challenge here in my opinion because of the weight and the skill level. I think Crawford and Lara they can tie for second in my opinion. I think third would be Earl Spence. I think fourth would be a guy like fourth would be, I give Keith Thurman the edge because he's physically big as well. He can fight at 154 and compete. Fourth would be a guy like Keith Thurman. Fifth for me would be a guy like Jerry Swift Hurt, just because he's bigger than Sean Porter. I think sixth would be a guy like Sean, and then obviously last would be a guy like Danny Garcia in my opinion. Let me know which one of you guys think out of these guys has the best chance to beat Floyd Mayweather right now. Not a prime Floyd, but a 40-year-old, 41-year-old Floyd, whatever he is. Which one of these guys will have the best opportunity? Don't forget to subscribe. Follow over to the tech channel and subscribe. And if you want to donate, appreciate it. We gone.